gosh, I feel like I look like Jacob in the first Twilight, no, second Twilight, where his hair's just like poofy, but I let my hair air dry because I'm trying to minimize how much heat I'm using on my hair. We're gonna just power through the noise, just the city noises here. And before we get any further into this video, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce myself in case you're new here. Hi, my name is Brenda. I am a 30-something that works and lives here in hazy and sunny San Francisco. And usually on my channel, I post blogs about how I'm navigating life in my 30s. So if you like that type of content, I encourage you to check out my other videos as well as subscribe and stick around for more videos like this. It is Friday, it is Halloween. It is Halloween and I am working from home. Not because I should be working from home, because I had to request working from home. We have, unfortunately, and I mean unfortunate, like it's good that my apartment does this, but they will be testing the fire alarm system. I live in a very old building and we have a central fire alarm system, and then we also have our individual fire alarms. And unfortunately, for me, every year they have to test them and they are very, very loud, very, very annoying. And so I have to stay here to let the people come in and inspect the fire alarms, and then also to soothe Chubeki, my dog, because my dog does not like the sound of it, and I don't blame her. And it gives her a lot of anxiety, so I want to be here to just like hold her while the inspection is happening, and then we'll be done with it for this year or for the next couple of months. I still don't know if it's a semi-annual inspection or an annual inspection, but I hate it all. The perks of it is that at least I'm at home. I do have a couple of things to prepare. I am going, my friend Ale, who I feature a lot on my channel, she is hosting a Halloween party, her annual Halloween party at her place. So obviously I'm not dressed up in my costume. I mean, maybe it's not obvious, but I'm not dressed up in my costume. I am gonna be dressing up as Lucy Ricardo from I Love Lucy, particularly the scene where she's in the TV commercial for Vitamita Vegemin, and that's gonna be my drink. Now I have the ingredients, I still haven't made it. I need to make a picture. I still need to clean out the bottles. So while I'm at home, while I have all these meetings in the morning that I have to go through, I'm gonna let those bottles soak. I can show you what the cocktail is, but essentially for Vitamita Vegemin, for the scene that Lucy did, they actually used apple something, I can't remember. So I did go with an apple flavored drink. To be specific, I went for an apple margarita. And it's actually really good. I tried it the other day and I was so pleasantly surprised. So that's what my beverage is gonna be, and I'll just like start making it throughout like the day as I have little breaks here and there between work. But yeah, I'm gonna start this vlog. I'm gonna take you along. Hopefully I will also take you along through the party, you know, show you a little bit of how that goes. But yeah, let's continue with this vlog. Okay, excuse the mess and the big bottle of tequila. I actually have my wine, like my little bar station here, because I do have an altar. I'm missing my other grandfather in here. This isn't the best ofrenda, but it is what it is. I got some pan de muerto, Coca-Cola, because my family loved Coca-Cola, some water, some kibbles for the fur balls, and some marigolds, some cempasúchil. That's what's going on here. Hence why we have the bar things here, but all that stuff will go back over there after Day of the Dead. But here's the wig. Last night I did put a net over it. It's not very loosey, but it is red. I was not gonna buy a new wig, and these are the curls I was able to come up with. I think I did a better job on one side versus the other. I did try to curl the bangs, but they just wouldn't cooperate. We have this, and then I'm just gonna do an updo, and I have a hat as well. And then I just painted the roots with some concealer. That will be my hair. It's not super duper red, but I was not going to spend more money buying another wig, another red wig to be specific. Like if it was a different color wig, maybe I'd spend the money, but for a red wig, I think I'm fine with reusing this from last year. Right, getting the plastic off of these bottles, which is what I mentioned is what I'm using, so difficult. This is the only one that I've successfully taken off all of that, like that's all of the adhesive from the label. And I had to make a mixture of olive oil and some baking soda, but I don't think it's doing anything like super duper helpful. So I just smothered it all, and I'm just gonna let it stand for a little bit and hope for the best. So here's the thing. I don't know if you noticed in the last clip that my cups had an ounces mark on it. I feel so stupid. Like I feel so stupid that I didn't even notice that it had ounces on it. And I was doing the approximate cups, and I'll link the recipe below. It's called the Smoky Harvest Apple Cider Margarita. And I did take a little bit of liberty after I started making the picture to add more ingredients in there until it tasted right to me. The problem is that I ate something really sour, so my taste buds are a little off, especially with acidic stuff. So that's the downside, but I did try my best to like mix it all in and add more mescal, add more like orange, like more of each ingredient that I felt was missing. So now the drinks are done. The bottles took me so long to get them scrubbed from the adhesive. So I left the pitcher in the fridge so that it can cool down, and then I'll just pour it over in a bit. The alarm did go off a couple of moments ago, but nobody came in to inspect, so I don't know if that was it. What a day so far. I did my hair in braids because it's easier for me to put them in the cap. Ideally, I would do like, you know, someone like a round thing or whatever, but this is gonna have to do just like 2 quick braids. I am gonna start doing my makeup, so the first thing to do, if you don't wear contacts, like, you know, I don't wear contacts, but the first thing is to put these on first before you start doing any makeup. Just making sure that this is cleaned. I did wash my hands beforehand. And I don't know if I can't even really see it on here, but these lenses are so thin that they just, afraid I'm gonna end up losing them or something. Simply getting it ready. So I'm gonna close this and then try and put it on. We'll see. I'll narrate my battles to you. Well, because I'm not a pro, this is gonna take a while. It doesn't want to go in. Does not want to go in. Maybe I'll try the other one. Jeez. I think that's it. That's the correct side. Again. What? I'm just gonna turn off the camera. This isn't working. Now I don't know why. This one went in seamlessly. We're gonna try this again. Keep on blinking it out. Almost in, and then I just blink. And it comes back out again. See, finally in. Ugh, still trying to adjust to it. I don't even think you can see it in this lighting. I'll take you, I know I already used up so much battery. I'll take you on a journey to the living room. where there's more light for me to be blinded by. But yeah, here we are. Here are the contact lenses. It feels a little weird. Oh, okay. Oh, damn. Maybe I should have gone with the other ones. Like, that's that is more green blue than I thought it would be. Tis fine, tis fine. We gotta figure out makeup and stuff and get all of that rolling. But this is the finished look. I feel like I look more like someone's grandmother than I do like Lucy. However, I think the point of this was for me to have fun dressing up, and I think I have accomplished that. Like, I look so ridiculous. It's so fun. I like did the curls on this wig. It's really heavy because like the hat is attached to the wig. The clip is attached to the wig. I'm wearing a wig cap and it's like, it's gonna start hurting in a few hours. But yeah, I mean, this is the look. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can see it on there. I am gonna be putting on some red shoes. Maybe I'll have my friends help me take video or a picture of that. But yeah, like, and this is the makeup. I really tried with the lips and it just, I don't know. I don't think my lips are quite proper for that. If anything, I'm taking the lip liner so that I can get someone to help me. But I'm gonna go ahead, 6:49. It shouldn't take too long to get there, but I'm guessing it might take a while for me to get an Uber. Even if I get there early, it shouldn't be too awful, I'm guessing. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, this is Halloween 2025. Oh, I look crazy. Yeah, I mean, you can barely see my eyelashes and barely see my eyes. But, yep, this is it. I'm gonna stop messing with this wig. I'm gonna end up with like hair all over. So ready to get all of this off. Like, I should technically not rip them off, but Girl is just so impatient. Maybe I should just wait. That glue is feeling really stuck on, so. As first things first, I'm gonna take off these contact lenses. Let's see how I do it this time. Oh, okay. That was not too bad. I was imagining the worst, and okay, we got our little clean one. Just gonna put it into, okay, now that that's done, let's do the other one. So weird being without it now. Okay, well, the other eye is gonna be a little harder to take off. I can just feel it. Okay, oof. That last one was a struggle to get off. I had to, I think also because I got nails, it's just naturally very hard to take off the rest of my makeup. I just figured if I tried taking off my makeup without taking my contact lenses, that it was just not gonna be good for the contact lenses. To arrange the refrigerator, I brought some food because I felt bad that I was gonna toss it away because she's leaving tomorrow, well today, to Mexico to go and visit her sister. She can't keep all this food, so I just took some, but I did tell her, I was like, I have just like the smallest refrigerator. That's why I hesitate to take leftovers from like when my mom tells me to take leftovers and things like that. It's not like anything bad, like, oh, ew, leftover. Like it's more of a, I really don't have any space to have leftovers in my apartment. Here, I gotta say, it is a lot more packed than last year. Like last year, I got home, like it was easy for me to find a ride home, and like the streets didn't look as crazy. Today, it's just streets are just like are pretty packed, and it's like 2:30, and bars usually close around like 2 a.m. here, I feel, because last call would be around 1 a.m. Today is just, it's so packed. I couldn't find a ride home. Like all of the rides kept getting canceled. And then when my Uber driver, when like the Lyft driver drove by one of the main streets to get to my apartment, it was just like packed with people. Just the whole way here was really packed. And then I had to get off because the street leading to my street was closed off. I just told my other driver, like, I'll just get off here because there was no point in me just sitting there in traffic waiting for us to make the turn. It was just better for him to go off, and then he could either pick up another ride or head home. I'm pretty sure, even though he sounded frustrated by like how many people were outside and just driving, because it was pretty rough outside. Sounds like maybe they were making pretty good money just based off the rates like that they were charging. But I had to get home. Like there was no other way to get home. I guess maybe I could have taken a bus. But right now everything's not really safe. On my way over here I got called Wednesday Addams by like some drunk person, a drunk man on the street. I was like, I really just want to go home, take off this makeup, and get into bed and just pass out. Damn, talk about city traffic. I decided to come downtown. I was only going to be looking for, what do you call it, a baking pan, and this time they didn't have any cute ones. However, I found so much stuff that I definitely didn't need. All our Christmas decor. Usually I don't like Ross's Christmas decor. I just don't find it as cute. I like Marshall's for decor and stuff. And I know there's like bad stuff and overconsumption, and I currently just partook in it. I love Christmas, and they actually had cute little Christmas stuff. I was almost tempted to buy a new mug, but I do have a lot of mugs. One, that doesn't matter though. That's not the reason. The reason is because I want to save my money to buy potentially buy some sort of like handmade ceramic mug. The girl who I bought my fireplace Christmas mug, she's doing mugs again. I don't know when she's releasing them, but also whatchamacallit, the girl who I bought the fossil thing from, she's also gonna be releasing some Christmas collection, so just wait for those instead. Just do not, you know, I do not need to spend so much money. I definitely should be saving money, but I don't know. I walked in there, I went blind. I was like, Christmas stuff. I did find some things that I technically was like, oh, I need. Today I just wanted to come to Ross. I hadn't been to the one on 4th Street in a while. They opened a new one and I had been to that one like twice, but not the one downtown. And I just wanted to see what they had, see if they had like any supplies, like art supplies. And just stuff like that. I probably should have been looking for gifts. So now we're just gonna head home. So I'm gonna get off this phone and enjoy the rest of this ride. Put on the fan. It is so hot. That's a fire truck. Isn't that so weird how it does that? The ambulance going on in the background, that's on me. You can probably see the background. It's a bit messy. I left a bit of a mess last night after I like did my Vitamita Vegemin bottles, which I only took 4 bottles. I went to Ross and what an adventure. I feel very like taken out. I have no energy. I was drinking last night. I am not hungover. I wasn't drunk. I was not hungover this morning. I think I did good by saying no to certain liquor. So I stuck to, I think a lot of the drinks this year had mezcal in it. So I stuck to that. I had gin, which is like a light liquid, and I'm okay with gin. Like me and gin, we get along pretty well. And soju, I love soju. Soju's so delicious. So I was pretty good. I had a lot to drink, but I think by the end of the night I had like pretty much sober up. And now I have a ton load of leftover pizza. All that to say, I woke up, I was feeling fine. It was like 10:30 by the time I got up. And I really wanted to go to Ross, mostly because I wanted to look for a baking pan. And no, I did not find a baking pan. I did go into Ross. I walked in, I saw some cute stuff. I was like, okay, that's cute. I was like, I'm gonna go to the homeware because I was looking for this pot. But I hit the dog aisle and then I hit the Christmas section. When I saw the Christmas section, I was like, time to go get a basket. So I got a basket and I got carried away. And I'll show you what I bought. The first thing that I found was this wicker basket. It's not like, you know, your best quality or whatever. I do like the style. I do wish I had found something that was like covered or like, you know, not holes in the wicker basket. But the reason for this basket is that I'm thinking of putting the, the attachments for the Dyson in there, since I don't really have anywhere else to put them. Just a spot where I can just collect them together. I got 2 bags. See, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed by myself. I got this. You know, I thought it was very simple and cute, and I don't know if it's worth the price that I paid for it. I have so many archways that I thought maybe this would be cute. Should I show you all the unnecessary stuff I bought first? Just mix it in. I did buy necessary items like this. It's just, you know, a water bottle cleanser, and it comes with another straw brush, but I think it's time for me to throw out the one I have. And also the one I have doesn't go deep enough for some of the water bottles. Something that was not a necessity. Or these. Candle holders. Do I have a lot of candle holders already? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But do I have these? Another thing that I did not need was some bedding. I am ashamed. I bought this. Little towels. I do have some towels for Christmas that I bought a while ago when I first moved out on my own and I didn't have any real decor. This to me is like more my style. Now, the funniest purchases I probably am going to get a lot of judgment for from my family and friends, and probably from the cashier at Ross. Look at these little dresses. So These are matching dresses. One is in a bigger size. Sometimes Becky, especially during the winter, she tends to get really, really fluffy. So it's harder for like normal things to fit. So she might usually be like a size small, but then she like goes really small. But the point of this is that my mom's dog and my dog will be matching this Christmas. Another dog thing I bought that was another judgment would be this little sweater. I bought it for Becky. It might be a little big, but again, like I said, usually if I let her fur grow out, like the other sweaters might become a little too tight on her. The reason for the sweater, it is a necessity. It's not because I want her, I mean, yes, I want her to look cute, but also the reason behind this is that it gets really cold in San Francisco once we finally get past our late second summer. It gets pretty chilly. So usually she's small and she does try to like heat herself up. Like she'll lay on like, her bed and like under, well, not under, but on top of her blankets. She'll create like a little hole for herself in the pillows in the living room. But I also sometimes will put a sweater on it, and I think all the sweaters I have are Christmas sweaters, which is fine for the holiday season. But winter cold lasts like even like past the holidays, so I figured this might be a good idea to have for her too. I mean, it's also kind of cute, but yeah, like another sweater option for her once it gets cold. All right, more unsexy purchases. I also bought Becky a leash. Did she need one? No, but I found it to be very cute. Another thing I needed, and it's not a cute purchase, is these gloves. Then back to the fun purchases. I bought this little runner. I wish it was longer, but I like this style. And then the last things I purchased, I know it's a lot of stuff. Actually, I've been breaking a lot of my glasses. So I do have an intention of futuristically buying more glasses. However, that gave me the perfect opportunity to buy these. I've always wanted these type of like bigger glasses, so I can totally use it for my coffee, and they're like Christmas themed. I don't know. I thought they were really pretty, and they're not dishwasher safe, which is fine. I'll just wash it with a lot of care. But it's like instead of a mug, I got little glasses that I can use, for cold beverages. I mean, I don't know, maybe hot beverages, but I don't really like these for hot beverages. So yeah, and that was it. I'm just gonna go and chill. I really need a nap.